up against Cloud9 in our grand finals. And something to note as well, in the bracket, you might have noticed Cloud9 were the team that sent Optic down, but it was a 2-1 series. So it's not like this is going to be a whitewash. I feel like Optic have got something to say here.
I think so too. This is the first time we're seeing these two teams match up, and it feels like we went back in time a little bit. It feels like we're back in the first few weeks of competitive Halo Infinite, and these are the two teams we're talking about. Now, keep in mind, the last time we saw these teams match up in big, meaningful ways, Optic Gaming was actually the favorite, and they were winning the online tournaments. However, the past month or so of competitive Halo, including a LAN event in Raleigh, has been very different. It's been all Cloud9 all the way, but a chance, once again, for Optic to really upset here.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting series. And oh my word, Optic fans, smile on your face. 2 live fires in our first best of 5. That is about as good news as you could possibly ask for, Andy. That's taken my breath away a little bit.
That is the best news you could ask for, because you're certainly not going to see, 3 instances of that map, but 2 is the max you can get, and you've got it on a StelluR live fire and an Oddball live fire now throughout the series. We'll dive into what the statistics are from the other side for Cloud9 on those 2 maps, because we already know what the Optic ratio is. But CTF Aquarius can be our game number 1.
Yeah, classic game type, classic Halo arena-based game type. Capture the flag on Aquarius to kick us off. And there's a couple of players I want to really be focusing in that have been performing best, in my personal opinion, for Cloud9 and Optic Gaming. I'm going to pick one from either side, and let me know if you agree, Andy. I look at Optic, I look at the way that Pistola's been playing today, and on Cloud9, I look at the way that StelluR has been putting in some amazing performances today as well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Absolute X factors on both of those teams, and not just fantastic Halo players that we've seen so much of, but today they have gone above and beyond. We'll have to see what each of them can do, and also what their teammates might do to step it up. But you have to think, Cloud9, looking at this game type layout, they're wondering, man, we need to make sure that we get one of these games up front. We have to win that CTF Aquarius or Strongholds Streets, because if the stats hold and Optic does remain undefeated, all they need is to win either game number 1 or game number 3, and they could close out the series. Now, that's once again only if they stay undefeated on live fire, but so far, after this much time in Halo Infinite, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. I'm like, surely someone's got to beat him at some point, and we can kind of just stop saying it, because I feel weird now when I'm just constantly saying it and repeating it, but it's like, well, it's still happening. It's still happening. Like, no one's beaten them yet. I have to keep talking about it. Will it be Cloud9 who could beat them? That's the question that will be answered when we get to live fire in our game number 2, or maybe in our game number 4. But for now, it's the first game of the series. It's grand finals time, everybody. It's Optic. It's Cloud9. It's capture the flag on Aquarius.
It's a classic battle of the green and blue. You remember this matchup from November and December, competitive Halo Infinite. Well, it's back here. We have 2 powerhouses here. Optic Gaming looking for that revenge redemption story. Cloud9, though, looking to extend their unbeaten tournament streak to 3.
Off the break here. Not too many kills are going to be exchanged, but a big win is going to be picked up by APG. Pistola going to pick up another as well. 2 down for Cloud9, but at the same time, 2 fall almost consecutively for Optic Gaming. APG going to get that first camo, though, so off the rip here, Optic with the stronger start.
APG going for the Dynamo Bulldozer strat there, just making sure no one's top mid by ticking top middle, and then grabs the camo. Also escapes with it alive, also picks up a nice kill, so he's going to be able to get 2 dead for the side of C9.
APG with the opportunity to push in now, but you can see that the call-out's coming from Lucid. The Pznguin is somewhere top middle. He's got a heat wave, and APG's going to try his best, but no, a little bit of a missed beat down there is going to cost APG. It is a trade, but for Eco to come out of that with a trade against the camo player, you're going to take that every single day of the week.
Nice shot, oh my, from Renegade against Lucid. Both players trying to drop slide their way to top middle. It's Renegade that's going to win that one, and that will also clear the way for Eco to now push up over here to top laners as well.
How well placed was that grenade? It does not get better, just lays it on that shelf. It's the damage done, and now Optic Gaming find themselves on the back foot. 3 players fall consecutively. Renegade just being a pain in the rear here for Optic.
Oh boy.
And speaking of pains in the rear, there's some bullets to the back as well. Only will be taken down. Damage being done by Renegade. 2 players falling for Optic. Make that 3 as StelluR picks up yet another on the closet. And that's cleared things out for Renegade to get that flag moving.
Yeah, APG was the only player alive, and he will be dead. So that means that all the spawners on the Optic side are fresh. This flag should go in. Camo in 10 as well.
Renegade just taking a few moments. Making sure his shields are there. Making sure he's comfortable and he can slide that flag home. Everything working for Cloud9 at the start of this game. They put in that first flag. Now, where has that camouflage gone as well? Did Cloud9 manage to not only get control as StelluR picks up that beatdown, and get that flag on the board, but did they get that camouflage in their hand as well? Killing spree here for Renegade, and yes, there's the answer to your question. Pznguin with the camo too.
Pznguin grab this camo and just look to extend that lead even further so far, and you called it out on set perfectly. It's StelluR leading the way in the kills department, but Renegade actually ties him there in that moment. It's a good trade for APG in the back of the base. He'll be happy to trade out camo that way.
Still the last player alive here, and he's being met by StelluR flying towards it with a heat wave. Never a nice way to be woken up inside of your base, and Renegade's going to clean up that kill. Two players fly back from Optic. TriPPPeY manages to do some work with Lucid. There was a big commitment there from Optic Gaming to clear out their base. If that didn't go their way, that might have been another run for Cloud9.
By the way, StelluR's still rocking that phase VR. I wasn't sure if that was just a kind of a certain version of trash talk against the phase series, but it turns out he's just a huge phase fan, so he's got the phase VR going.
I don't know. I feel like creating some false narrative here, Andy. Lucid's going to pick up a kill. He's going to move through the closet as well to try and get some angles on that flag. There's Eco, though. Big double kill on the defensive side from him. Lucid swoops in. Put that final touch onto that kill. TriPPPeY now playing this one nice and slow. StelluR going to be taken down. And I'll teach you for wearing a phase BR. Pznguin now inside of the closet as well, winning the battle one at the moment. You can see Lucid just under pressure, trying to force his way forward and trying to deal with this player, but no, Pznguin is there. And Pznguin will pick up the kill as three players from Cloud9 now commit to clear this side of the map.
Yeah, beautiful push from C9. Pznguin stays alive long enough in utility for his teammates to push up, and now here comes StelluR just thinking about what he might be able to do from utility as well. But gotta talk about Optic Gaming, because this does not look like C9's normal form, right? They have really put up some great battles here, and even though we've seen C9 with base control several times over and over again, we're still seeing Optic Gaming really show up today and on Championship Thursday, not mess around here in the Grand Finals.
It's been a welcome return to form for Optic Gaming. I think everybody involved, the Halo Championship Series, everybody who's a fan of competitive Halo wants to see the best teams playing at the highest level, right? And to see Optic fall off in the last few weeks like they have, it's a little bit of a surprise to everybody, but this is just a reminder of how competitive Halo Infinite is at the start of this game. StelluR, though, going to be picking up that next camouflage, and you can see it in the kill feed as well. And just to StelluR's right, the sound cues as well, we're going to give away the information that Renegade has got that heat wave to play with. Pistola's not going to have any idea that StelluR is there because the man is invisible to him. That beatdown is going to maybe allow Cloud9 to move up once more as APG and Ola fall.
There's going to be 2 dead for the moment, 3 dead for a second, and as those fridge spawners might spell disaster, as now Renegade going to try to get a pull going here on utility side.
Just about getting the closet, forgets the flag though. We've all been there. Renegade does have the heat wave though, so anyone who's going to be challenging is going to be taken down. Pznguin and StelluR pick up the kills though. And that's going to be 2 dead here for Optic. StelluR just commanding the car side of the map here on Aquarius. Ola does pick up 1. You can see that StelluR is more than aware of that kill being vital. TriPPPeY picks up another onto Renegade though, so maybe things are going to have to slow down for just a minute here, even with StelluR picking up 1. It looks like Optic might be in a position to get this return. Eco comes in, swoops in to get the touch on the flag, but TriPPPeY is there. With just a slither of health, manages to send that flag home.
Wow, Renegade actually goes all in there on the 1v4 to try to get the touch. It's a ballsy play, but one that he thought he could get away with. And if there's one player, let me tell you, that can, it was Renegade. He only missed the touch by a few seconds, and he must have thought that he had the timing there with the spawners, that they could have still got that together. In the end, though, Hail Marys from top middle from Lucid. He'll pick up a few more kills, and that flag will not go home. We will stay 1-0 on the board.
TriPPPeY now making the move in. Picks up 1. StelluR, though, picks up a kill, so TriPPPeY knows that it's not going to be a comfortable route into the base for him. He knows he's going to have to face up against StelluR. There is StelluR, but there is TriPPPeY. There's a killing spree for him. And with all of these kills going down inside of the C9 base, that opens up the map here for Optic to pick up another camo.
And just look at the slays on the top of the board. Look how close this game has been as we take a look past the halfway mark in terms of time. Really neck and neck in the slaying department, and only 1 flag difference. So really, this one could still end up anyway. Here comes Lucid on the sidekick push.
The moves from Pznguin though, making Lucid work incredibly hard for that kill. There's a thrust down on the flag as well, so not just the fact that there might be an opportunity to pull this flag, but also a little bit of equipment to play with as well. Lucid going to be re-challenging, but APG is there with him to make sure he stays alive. Now, can they get this flag moving? 3 dead full for Cloud9, and Optic now have that flag off the stand. And
Pznguin's on the back of the base here. He only just spawned there in the back of the base. This really should be a successful flag run now. We do have 4v4, but all spawners were going. So first kill goes in once again. Pznguin's going to be the first to die. Keep an eye on the kill feed here.
APG's got that one back to the base. TriPPPeY is no shields, trying to chirper him back. Ola with that kill might open things up here. Might take the attention away from TriPPPeY, who can now run that flag in. Even with Eco picking up a kill, it's not going to be enough to get that flag stop. As Optic will tie things up at 1-1, but the counter cap opportunity might be here for C9 as Pznguin gets that one all the way across the map. Already past the halfway mark, already into his base. This man is running quicker than anyone I've seen him with a flag in their hands. And even though Optic works so hard to get that equalizing flag, C9 answer back almost immediately.
That's the fastest Penguin I've ever seen. Let me tell you, I've watched a lot of Planet Earth. I've watched a lot of BBC. I've seen some fast Penguins, but that was the fastest Penguin I've ever seen. That run, like you said, was as quick as possible. It looked like he wasn't even playing with any other players on the map, just going for some world record timings on the flag run. And just like that Optic Gaming flag run, it costs them. They're once again now 2 dead again. They get the flag home, but they will forfeit the counter cap there.
APG now trying to move back and play some defense because he just about spied Eco out there. I think he just saw the top of his helmet as the Spartan slid past him. Eco doing what he can to stay alive, took down one player on his way towards the fridge, but APG recognizing that taking him down was the most important kill on the map, so decided to chase, to rotate back through his flag to make sure that was clear for Optic. Picked up a double kill as well. Pznguin now trying to be as quiet as possible down bottom middle. StelluR with the help as well. Pznguin would be taken down by APG once more.
TriPPPeY here on thrust with a teammate. Just going to try to stay alive and see what they could do here. Not a lot of time on the clock. 3 minutes 14 for them to figure out what they need to do here after sacrificing that last flag. And you saw how expensive it was for them to get that flag all the way back. They had to slow play it at the end. They had to win the slays, and they forfeit the counter right away. So if they want to cap again, they need to do it, but with even more control and not forfeit the control of their own base when doing so.
Shout out to our producer for letting us know that it took Pznguin 13.5 seconds to get that flag from the stand back to the base. That is some statistics for everyone at home. That is pretty quick, even by Pznguin standards. As now Pznguin has the commando in his hand and picks up some kills in the feed. Renegade has the heat wave though, as StelluR is now trying to play a little bit of defense. And one thing that stood out for me so far, Andy, is Cloud9's defense. Inside of their base, they've been really difficult to break down.
They really have, and they have made sure to at least trade out every single time in the back of their base, making it so difficult for Optic Gaming to get anything going. Renegade will be on the receiving end of that nade though, so maybe an opportunity here because 3 dead for Cloud9.
Pznguin though, being a thorn in the side of Optic on their side, and TriPPPeY won that fight. StelluR coming off the respawn though. Maybe Pznguin with those kills though, and making Optic turn has bought C9 enough time to get at least a little bit of map control here.
StelluR with a great play to not go up top. He identified that up top would have been a little bit too risky, so instead he dropped. However, Lucid right away knew that he needed to win that battle. He will miss that melee. And you got to think, plays like that need to be played perfectly. As we take a look at the clock, 1:49, Ola with camo, potential game in his hands here.
Renegade, no shields, but still with his life. 4v4 on the map here. Pznguin does pick up the first kill. Lucid will trade it out immediately. Renegade picks up another. Renegade has no idea that Pistola is top middle though, with this camouflage. Pistola now deciding to play his life. Not too long left on this camouflage room to make a play with as we hear it run out. Just as I say that. And at the moment, C9 don't seem too interested in trying to get too aggressive. They're just making sure they get their trades across the map.
2 dead. Ola knows he needs to play this well. 1 minute on the clock. This is where Ola shines. Opportunity for him to get the kills he needs to start the flag run.
TriPPPeY trying to deal with Eco inside of the base. You can see that C9 have thrown this flag out, but they're not too interested in running it for now until they get the kills that they need. Pistola now makes his play. Both flags away from the bases, but by not too far. Just both thrown out into the courtyard.
Ola once again in the same position. The flag's out, but he knows he needs kills. 2 dead for both sides. They're going to need to get more kills here. TriPPPeY just tries to stay alive as well. Ola stays alive in the fridge, and they need a few more kills to get this flag run started. Once again,
Ola is just being bait. He's doing such a good job of living, surviving. Finally, Eco does take him down, but with that distraction that's coming in, APG might get the timing here to get this one into the closet. One player will be trying to close him down and will be trying to get the kill, but TriPPPeY is there to take him down. Optic have the opportunity with 15 seconds or so left on the clock to get this flag moving, but a kill from Pznguin might slow things down.
APG stays alive. Boo Boo gets a kill in the back of the base as well, so we'll see. The APG staying alive might allow him to continue running this flag.
Renegade picks up one onto Lucid though. You can see the Pistola's trying to do everything that he can. APG now trying desperately to force his flag back. StelluR will slow that down, though, by taking down APG. TriPPPeY trying to get in position. 2 players from Cloud9, though. Jump on that return. They get the reset, and with that, we'll take home game 1.
My oh my, down to the wire between these two teams, and we wouldn't have it any other way, but in the end, it's Cloud9 take game number 1 with only a score of 2-1, and it's that 13.5 second Pznguin run that is actually the difference maker in that game, and they'll take the lead in the series.
We'll take a look at the stats in just a few seconds as well. It was pretty equal across the board. You can tell that from just the way that the game was paced, and the stats do back it up indeed. Every single player outside of Pistola with a positive KDA. I think that's the first time I've seen that in quite some time, Andy. That's how closely fought that game was.
I mean, yeah, the stats tell it all. Look at that. I mean, every player is just about even, maybe plus or minus a few. We'll take a look at damage as well to see who might have shined in that category, since we didn't have too many standouts otherwise. TriPPPeY and Lucid there with 7,000. And I mean, you take a look at that, there's no reason that when you see the damage like that, that game should have ended 2-1 if you're an Optic fan.
Just those, I think there's just the stands on the flag defensively from C9 that were impressing me the most. There was a few opportunities that Optic did have to get inside of the base to get those pulls, but it was always kills being traded by C9. And there's something for everyone at home to recognize. If you're getting trades inside of your own base, it's fine, because where are those players respawning? You're spawning back into the action, back in defensive play, but the players who are being aggressive on your flag are spawning all the way across the map, and it gives you just that time to breathe. But if you don't get those trades, then you're in a lot of trouble.
By the way, Pznguin pulled that when there was 3 alive. Yes, they were spawners. However, there was 3 alive when he pulled that. Still an amazing run. APG did so well to stay alive as long as he could top Dynamos. Unfortunately, I don't think it falls on any specific player on Optic. They just couldn't get all the pieces together to get that last flag across the map. It took them a little bit too much time. They didn't get the slays they need. So 2-1 CTF Aquarius, and guess what? Going to live fire next.
We're going to live fire, and I am taking a look now just to my left-hand side to see what the Optic stats are since Raleigh on live fire. Oh wait, it's 100%. What a surprise. They have won every single game. Let's have a look at C9 though. Slayer on live fire, they are 4-1, so they have an 80% win rate here, everybody. There is a chance that maybe Optic will be slowed down, and maybe we'll finally be able to chalk up that 1 loss in the column, and I can stop talking about it. For Optic and for Optic fans, they are telling me to shut my mouth, because they want to see this game tied up at 1-1 and live fire continue to be their stomping ground.
This is their chance to bounce back. A little bit of an unorthodox opening. You can tell by the way the StelluR moved across scoreboard. He's expecting to see a little bit more action there top sandbags. It comes in delayed. He'll pick up the kill on Lucid in the end, but 3-1 lead here for C9.
3-1 lead and weapons in their hands. Ammo's going to be popping as well. Renegade has sniper. Pznguin has heatwave. Now, Renegade has the opportunity here to just peel a couple of players from Optic and not only get the power weapons, but also the power up into their hand. But look at the pressure now coming in. He needs to make a play, and even though he trades, Eco is last alive, and what a push that was from Optic. They clean all 4 players from Cloud9. They pick up the heatwave, they pick up the camo, and Pistola has a chance to make a play now.
Knows he needs to stay alive. Ola might even drop down bottom pillars. We'll keep an eye on him with that heatwave camo, but like you said, yeah, drops down pillars indeed. You have to think that's a safe play in that scenario, and now he's going to be on the prowl once again. But like you said, Onset, it's a great counter from Optic. Great timing on the window push from power up as well.
Renegade though. Renegade's going to spot him out. Renegade! Oh, I mean, it's difficult enough playing against Renegade when it's a 1v1. When you got camo, it's almost impossible as well. Hits the shot, spots Pistola, and gets the trade at least. That is massive from Renegade. Optic, they had a real opportunity there to establish some sort of lead in the game with the weapons that they had in their hands and the power-ups, but it wasn't to be. The play from Renegade slowed that down.
Trades bottom mid. APG snipe in hand on House. Needs to hit this on Renegade. Jesus. Oh my God, with the no scope there. Top A, this game is a 1-kill game.
This is grand finals play. This is what we want to see, boys. APG with a big no scope. There's a beat down after the no scope. And APG ties this up at 11-11, and you just felt like if he had maybe half a second more, he might have hit another headshot there as well.
Absolutely heating up is APG, and Gammo is up as well. We'll see if Lucid is going to grab that off the back of the APG kills. Also takes a straight line back to dummies to get away. Hey, look at that. All these nades going off. Lucid's so wise to back all the way off of the power-up stand and avoid those nades. Takes the perfect route. He stays alive just like that. 15-13 in favor of C9.
Now, second Camouflage gone to Optic Gaming. They weren't able to make too much of the first one. And look how
look at the info
are playing. This is so smart from C9. Even though they're trying to spot this camo out and try and burn it down, Optic have also recognized that, Andy. They made the push knowing that Lucid was the distraction. Now he picks up one and look at the score, 16-all.
Wow, look at that. All the info that Lucid just gave the team. He's able to sit on power up with camo and say there's 2 players in tunnel. There's 1 player sandbags. In the end, that brings the game. They're tied at 16. However, C9 gets 2 back, but still great camo play, great information sharing from the side of Optic.
TriPPPeY gets the next sniper rifle as well. Renegade's going to be coming into his crosshairs, and that's the kind of shot that, as crazy as it sounds, anyone in this lobby needs to hit if they want to win these kind of games. StelluR will pick up that sniper rifle from the hands of Lucid. Actually going to run it back bottom middle as well. Maybe looking for Renegade, maybe looking to just survive for now. Some shots are going to come in. Or maybe it's just a relocation to tower here to get some angles and maybe once again control the pace here, Andy, slow things down a bit.
21-17, let's remind everyone here, hits a body on TriPPPeY, that'll be cleaned up immediately. Eco will get another one as well. Let's remind everyone here that Live Fire is the exact map where we saw Optic Gaming in tournament play down by about 12 at the 30 or 35 kill mark. So they're able to bring back games with huge deficits. However, they don't want to get into too risky of waters here. They want to keep this game close, and now it's already a 5-kill deficit for them.
StelluR controlling all of top middle here as well. It's allowing C9 to just play bottom. Make these sneaky routes. Make some plays!
Oh my god.
And while they do that, we go back to StelluR and he removes some faces. APG narrowly missed that no-scope, and there's the trade. Lucid comes in and picks up another. 22-27 though, Cloud9 extending the lead, but TriPPPeY starting to heat up as well.
Eco unable to hit that repulsor jump, just misses it by just a little bit, and it costs him because now just like that the game has been within 3. Lucid with camo sniper able to take any angle he wants, and Lucid can certainly bring this game back and much closer than it's been.
Well, look how C9 play when they don't get camo. Yeah, they're picking up kills, but look how they're just hiding as well. They are giving no angles whatsoever, and they're all within kind of BR's width of each other. If someone gets shot, you know they're going to be there to trade it. Oh, StelluR has sniffed him out, and that's going to be a massive play again from C9. They don't need camo.
That is clinical from C9. It's a triple kill from Pznguin all the way at back green. That's going to bring the game to 33-24. They did that without camo. That's the type of scoreline that you should see. That's the advantage you should see when a team has camo. StelluR's not done yet. He's going to get the kill on Lucid as well. Now he's going to tag up Ola, also just take down TriPPPeY. StelluR is not backing down from anything, but that is clinical work. And onset, you called it perfectly. They all take certain angles. You saw what Eco did in house. They just take the angles that they want to take. They hide themselves away from camo, and somehow, just like that, 7-kill lead.
Well, we know the Penguins are a flightless bird, and we've just seen another example of it there as Pznguin could not quite get to the skies to get back through the vent with the repulsor. Renegade, though, slides in and takes down Lucid. Eco going to be no shield, but Renegade is there. And there's another kill coming in from Renegade as well. He's 11 and 10. But it's what the C9 coach described as the 2 most underrated players in the Halo Championship Series, StelluR and Pznguin, who are the standouts at the moment for C9.
Gotta give credit to the guy who was flapping his little wings as hard as he could, but couldn't get all the way up with that repulsor jump. But doesn't matter because all he's looking at is the scoreboard. They're up by 9 here, 40-31. Look at the teamwork on A. That's going to grab them. That sniper rifle as well. We'll have to see where the power-up goes.
Optic are 6 kills away from chalking up their first loss in some time. And their first loss in the Halo Championship Series on live fire. Renegade picks up one. Eco picks up another. And look at this. Renegade is in your head, Optic. He's out for blood.
Renegade knows it here, giving Optic Gaming their first ever loss on live fire in competitive play. Now 1 kill away.
1 kill to go. Even Pznguin can fly. You saw him a few seconds ago taking to the skies. StelluR now moving in to look to secure this game. Heatwave in his hands. TriPPPeY taken down. C9 2-0 up in the series, 50-36. They take live fire from Optic.
Months of competitive play. Optic Gaming had not dropped that map. Who else but C9 to end the streak? They not only do that, but they also go up 2-0 in our grand final.
And on top of that, Clutch was talking earlier about how C9 have been struggling in Slayers. That did not look like a struggle. That looked like almost surgical in the way that they approached every single play there. It was almost like as if they had a playbook, Andy. Every single time they didn't get a camo, they were playing around that fact. They'd slowed things down to almost a standstill until they were presented with information. And for Optic, that's a heartbreaking loss, not only because it's a map where they are so comfortable, but they had a lot of those camos, especially in the early game, and just couldn't make anything of it.
I mean, we have not seen teams turtle that hard, you know, since maps like Halo 3, where you're late in the game's life cycle and you know what corners to hide and watch on camo. As you take a look at the damage as well, it's just perfect play for them. They hold back tower, and like you said, all at once they challenge top middle. They see camo, someone eagle eyes at top middle, and then they all challenge with the simultaneous B pillars flank to kill the camo immediately, and they run away with the game thereafter.
I mean, this was the play from Renegade. Pistola just didn't connect in the way that you would have wanted to, and just that glimmer of a Pistola is all you need if you're Renegade to pick up that kill. APG with this nasty little flick as well. StelluR doing some work as well in that game, quietly going about his business once more. But this play, Andy, crazy stuff.
Oh my God, they somehow managed the perfect timing and the perfect positioning to 3v1 that camo. The coordination that's required, the patience that's required to pull that off, you can't say enough about it. And C9 earned that win.
Renegade towards the end of the game as well. I was about to say, decided to make a what I would call a physical statement on top of the body of one of those Optic players. But now we head towards what could be the final game of our grand finals here. It's Strongholds Streets, Andy. And we saw FaZe absolutely decimate Optic just a few moments ago on this exact game type.
We did. A physical statement from Renegade, indeed. A very physical statement, if I'm completely honest here. This is do or die for Optic Gaming. They will need to win the next 3 games. However, if Cloud9 wins it, they will win back-to-back NA Pro Series tournaments.
Renegade with that Stalker rifle, challenging Lucid, and oh my word, challenging effectively as well. The man has no fear. He does not know what the word fear means. As Pznguin will flank round to pick up the kill. Pistola trying to do what he can, but Eco's there, and look at the pressure already coming in from C9. Even with 2 dead, they have BC control.
BC control now. We'll see what Lucid could do. That will once again be 3 dead. Now 3 dead for both sides, though, so off the spawn, it's really going to be up to the decisions these players make.
Let's see what their spawns do come in. It looks like C9 getting a little bit of a split spawn here. One towards C. And one towards A. Pznguin does convert A, but in the meantime, Optic have managed to rotate ahead of that player in C. So Renegade's going to have to try and escape. He's not going to be able to do so. So Optic have control of the B street. They have control of the C stronghold and the B stronghold as well. Map control here to Optic.
Yeah, good stuff from Optic. 4 dead, and you see only 1 fresh spawner. That's Renegade. They managed to kill Renegade at C. That was the huge kill, because like you said, it was split spawns, and Renegade had an opportunity to push on those players that were at top C. However, they force him drive away. They kill him right away. That leads to some nice points, and now it's a nice 20-point lead for Optic Gaming.
Renegade, StelluR. Pick up a couple of kills here for C9. Lucid taken down as well. That's 3 dead here for Optic, and Cloud9 immediately turned that into a stronghold as well. And look at Pznguin already putting pressure on to see APG last player alive. Spawn's going to be coming in towards the cafe, but that's the kind of kill you expect Pznguin to get. APG with a big play there to at least get a trade in that situation.
Yeah, luckily for C9, even though they don't get the trade there, StelluR also pushed driveway at the same time, and you want to see if you can, you push numbers there, and StelluR's going to be able to pick that one up. So certainly a kill Pznguin would have wanted back, but because of the teamwork, C9 still able to make it work at C.
BC in control of C9. Optic still with the lead, 35-27, although it is starting to tick into a smaller and smaller lead. StelluR and Pznguin combining to get kills on different sides of the maps. There's another one for Pznguin as well. TriPPPeY trying to answer back. He's last player alive here for Optic, and Cloud9 had just hunted him down. StelluR will be able to land the final blow onto his prey. BC in control of C9. You can see they're making a move on A as well. Rockets also in the hands of Renegade.
Gonna get a reset here without a doubt. I'm wondering where TriPPPeY is. He was the first spawner, and then that doesn't even matter because there's 2 dead that, aside from TriPPPeY, gonna be 3 dead in a second on APG as well. So, man, C9 just applying the pressure in the slaying department. They're gonna get that reset as well. They'll lose B, but still with a sizable lead here. Now 67-35, just like that.
Now, how do Optic break out of this? Not very well, by the looks of things at the moment. The pressure from C9 is just too much. Optic need to prioritize kills here. Forget about strongholds for a few moments. Just get some sort of semblance of map control. Otherwise, C9 is just going to have them on that constant split spawn, Andy.
Yeah, right now they're slowly losing C and A. We'll have to see. It looks like the C reset's going to come in, so now Optic's only hope is to slowly work on A. They will get it in the end, but still 3 dead. And now going to be 2 spawners once again, and C9 still dominating, not only winning the slaying department, but keeping Optic Gaming on the split spawns.
StelluR putting pressure onto APG as well. All spawns are coming in over A now. The issue for Optic is, yeah, you can have A. You try and move towards B, you're going to be met by Pznguin, and that man's got a rocket launcher. Picks up 1 kill with a BR, finishing off the damage done initially. StelluR and TriPPPeY, though, pick up kills in the feed. And Eco last alive now for C9. At least for a few moments here, Optic should be able to turn over B, but no, there's Eco to get the reset.
Eco, perfect timing off of the pillars there, leaves the rail to fly right into B. Not only kills Ola, but like you say, gets the reset, and they get 3 dead once again. This could be over very fast, Onset here. Now 131 to 35.
Rockets up in 10 seconds. Optic need this rocket launcher. They need a way to at least get some semblance of map control. They need a way to pressurize C9 and get the numbers in their favor, but StelluR just walks around the corner. Casual as you like, strolls up the P street and finishes off the kill. Renegade with another one, and every time we're on an Optic screen at the moment, they're only alive for a few seconds, and the pressure from C9 is relentless.
Oh, you could tell TriPPPeY just desperately trying to make something happen. Starts to cap B, goes to rail to try to challenge C to try to win that. It looks like Optic just not able to get any semblance of control just because C9 has been on such a winner in the slaying department. Look, 3 dead, but they have rockets, and now Eco's able to get that reset. Now he picks up 2 as well. Look at that. Eco, last player alive, picks up a key double kill.
And the crazy thing is, we're watching Eco, we're seeing him do all this crazy stuff, but again, it's StelluR and Renegade who are leading the way with kills for Cloud9 here. Renegade this time with a Bulldog. And you know he's just going to be thinking about the prey that's going to be in front of him. There's the spike grenade. There's the kill as well. Turns his attention to bottom mid, but Lucid with some good kills. 2 down for C9.
Maybe an opportunity here. They would have to climb back, and it would be a massive climb for the side of Optic Gaming. They're now down by 150 in what has essentially been a 180-point, almost uncontested run from the side of Cloud9.
It's been a chokehold from C9 so far. And Optic have got to be careful right now that they don't run out of oxygen and pass out at this point, because it has been so tough for them to fight in this game. But StelluR, last alive for C9. Optic need to find out where he is, but look at that timing. Jumps up onto the Bulldog, and not only is last alive does he survive, but he picks up a kill as well.
And does it with style. Look at him just flying there through ball spawn. Also picks up those last 2 kills. Does it without taking any damage. Also kills TriPPPeY as well. This was your player to watch on set, and you called it perfectly. StelluR doing some damage here. He's 14 and 8.
Doing damage. But Optic did take advantage of the kills that they had on their side. They had BC control, and they had a momentary triple cap as well. So finally, Optic wrestles some sort of control away from C9 here. It has been an uphill fight for them, but you've got to think, whatever C9 did to us, we've got to be able to do it back to them, and a semblance of control is all you need. Renegade with the rockets, not going to be able to connect. Optic are starting to heat up a little bit here. They realize it's now or never.
Yeah, and they're bringing this back by a huge margin. Just about 60 unanswered ports now for Optic Gaming. So they turn it on late, but maybe they do it in time. Renegade forced to essentially just waste and burn both of those rockets. So Optic Gaming now still a little bit of control here. Looks like they're also going to start converting A. They will lose BC, though, so pressure on them once again. 3 dead. All of the last player alive momentarily.
Look at the pressure that's coming in as well. It's not just 1 player, it's 2 from C9. It seems like everyone on Optic is always being shot by 2 players. Lucid picks up the kill onto Renegade, timing that frag grenade to bounce up at just the right time. TriPPPeY picks up another. There's a beatdown, but there's also a reset onto A. Lucid trying to make a play now towards B, but he's going to be met by numerous players from C9. Deals with 1, but StelluR and Renegade are there again to pick up the kills. And even though Optic are scoring, B should be turned over to C9.
The numbers just weren't there for Optic. Lucid did so much damage flying into B from the pillars, gets the shotgun kill on tires as well. But as you saw, if you take a look at his team, there was 3 dead in that moment. So once again, just not having the exact coordination, the timing that they needed here. 217 to 113.
Cloud9 making a rotation towards C. Optic have a hold on A, but here's a microwave, and you never want to get hit with a microwave. My goodness, StelluR. Oh, he's been a standout player today, making plays like that from the first whistle of the day.
You and I have said it time and time again. We've seen it happen to too many Halo players. You just don't want to get hit by a microwave. That's exactly what happened. Almost a triple kill. And just like that, we're almost 10 points away from Cloud9 to close out the tournament.
Optic, it's now or never. If you want to elongate this series, if you want to stop the sweep, but with the way that Eco is sliding into PD and picking up kills with a Sentinel beam, it's looking like it might be somewhat of a victory road here. A victory tour for Cloud9. Alice Optic can do something incredible in these last few moments. StelluR will get rockets. Won't be able to fire them off, though, because Lucid is aware Optic have control of B. They have control of C here, Andy, and they have the rockets.
Picks up 1 kill, and as much as I think we'd all love to see it, this is going to be quite a road for the side of Optic Gaming. Picks up another one as well. They will need to play the best Halo they've played in a very long time to try to stay alive in this series and tournament.
Pznguin last alive for C9. All other players were on respawn, so B is being contested, and it looks like it's Eco again leading the charge, and it looks like at the moment that Optic just can't out-rotate them. C9 are always inside of a stronghold first, always fighting from a stronghold, but as I say that, it's going to be kills going in the favor of Optic. They made the choice to rotate towards C. Now they run back to B, and they have a triple cap here. Can they do to C9 what they did to Optic?
Let's see right now, getting the damage that they need. A few kills straight out. Eco's last player alive. Here they go. They're going to continue scoring. They might be able to bring this back, but they've got quite a few more points to go.
PD spawns coming in as well. They have the pinch. Eco with the grenade. Eco taken down by the BR of APG. C being contested. Pznguin alongside Renegade, the last 2 players alive. APG is going to play this one slow, but look at this positioning now from Lucid. Ola with that kill is going to maybe create an opening. Ola with another one in the feed is going to mean that Lucid can force these last 2 players inside a C. I think that Pistola just picked up a triple kill. Well, certainly 3 in quick succession. And look at this from Optic. They're back in this.
They're back in this. They've done it. And my God, a 100-point run here for Optic Gaming. They're right back in this game. A trip cap again, but losing A and B.
3 players from C9 stack onto B. And with just 10 seconds left, this play from Trippy needs to be perfect. Pznguin taken down. Ola trying to do what he can over A. C is still in the hands of Optic, and at the last second, Trippy not only gets the cap, but stays alive.
B is now being forfeited, but A gets flipped as well. They got to watch C. C is now the priority for Optic.
APG picks up a kill. Pznguin is playing too sneaky at the back, and Pznguin! He can't fly, but he can hide in the long grass. He picks up one, but Ola was there to trade it out. Ola still has a rocket to play with. Optic, they've got to be so careful, and he hasn't spotted Renegade. Renegade stays alive. Pistola does so as well, gets the kill, but doesn't get the conversion on the stronghold. 246 are rising. Trippy needs to get in the stronghold right here, right now. He doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so. And Cloud9 will complete the sweep and be your champions. StelluR, Pznguin, Eco, and Renegade. The dominance continues for Cloud9.
The back-to-back for these guys. They close it out with a final score of 3-0. And some fantastic games in our grand finals, but it will be chalked up on the scoreboard as just that, a clean sweep.
What a comeback it was from Optic, though. We have to give them a huge amount of credit, not only for that last game I'm talking about, but from dropping down to the elimination bracket early, thanks to Cloud9, to fight their way back into the grand finals after a very tough couple of weeks for that team, and then to almost pull off that comeback in that game as well to elongate the series. Optic looking like they're back on form, but at the moment the question is, Andy, who can stop Cloud9?
That is the question. A lot of great moments here from this series. So take a look at the final layout for our grand finals and how things went down. A very close CTF Aquarius. Live Fire Slayer issued Optic Gaming their first ever loss on the map in several months of competitive play, and then 250 to 225. In the end, it's an Optic 3-0, excuse me, a Cloud9 3-0, but Optic showing some good signs of life here in week number 2.
We hear some replays of the series itself. It was a tightly contested one at that, as we would expect between our top teams here in Halo Infinite. Renegade with the first cap of the game, and it was a game where only 3 caps went in, but this run from Pznguin, this is beautiful stuff from him.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. Like we said, one of the fastest fly caps that we've seen, and it's a game-winning cap there. They win that game number 1, 2-1.
But this was a turning point, and I think psychologically for C9, I think they knew they maybe have won the series. Taking live fire for the first time from Optic, Renegade with big plays, but it was more than that. It wasn't just big plays from C9. It was the recognition of game situation in game number 2 that gave them the win.
I mean, I cannot wait to watch that game. I would love to get a theater clip of that game, just because the way that C9 played that, like you said, the way they slowed down for camos, the way they played everything was just so clean. And this was one of the best Strongholds Streets we have also seen in a very long time. I mean, what a run from early on from C9, but one of the biggest comebacks we've seen in this game type ever from Optic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an honest person, and I will say that I thought this was done. I thought this game over, you know, around here. I didn't think there was any way back into this for Optic. I mean, look at the score even now.
Look at it.
Optic just never stopped fighting. They came back into it. And right at the end, it was the plays from Eco around B that really solidified things. Look at those stats of the world as at the end there from StelluR, 25 and 19 for him in that final game. Lottie, C9, like I said to Andy, it looks at the moment like there's no one that can stop them.